Ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Benjamin, are you ready?
Let's get it.
They don't even know what's about to happen.
We're about to take over the world. See, what y'all don't understand is everything that's old is done. But everything that's new, that's us.
It's getting real juicy.
It's amazing.
Voices defining a generation.
You grow up thinking the world is all roses and bunnies and things like that, and literally, and it's not.
The most impactful commentary.
I am taught to protect women and children and die for my country. These are the types of things I'm taught. Sure, I put my life on the line. Sure, I could have died that day or whatever, but these are the types of things that come along with being a man. At least I would have died with my honor.
Real news, real lives, and the juiciest conversations.
Noni. It's really juicy.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here are
and
your
if you're going to target that young
hosts,
population
Ben Jammin and
for
Carrie
service,
Noni
you've
Juice.
got to make it appealing to them.
The pool of potential recruits has been dropping for years.
So the three biggest reasons for a small pool of eligible recruits are criminal backgrounds, healthcare and obesity specifically, and financial issues.
The Army and the other military services this year are facing what they're describing as the most challenging recruiting environment since the all-volunteer force era began in 1973.
The latest figures show that only about 23% of young men and women in the United States meet the criteria to join, whether that's physical fitness, health, criminal background check.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are obviously very concerned about the military's recruitment efforts because this is coming at a time where Russia is warring Ukraine. It's changing global order as well as
Hope you guys had a blessed and safe
saber-rattling
Monday or weekend, I should say. You are now tuned in with Jammin with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And of course, I got my boy Ben Jammin with me.
It's amazing.
And of course, DJ Brothers the on ones and twos.
When unemployment is low, the military struggles to get recruits. And with unemployment hovering around 3.5%, it can be tough to convince young people to sign up. The fiscal year for the U.S. Army ends in September, and the Army has only reached 50% of its recruiting goal for the year as of mid-July. The U.S. military needs a lot of people. The U.S. Army alone must get tens of thousands to sign up every year to replace those who leave the service. The Army had a goal of signing up 60,000 people this year, but according to the Secretary of the Army, they could end up close to 15,000 short of that goal.
Each sister service branch is going to also have to think about their retention tactics, whether it's offering enlistment bonuses or other incentives to keep people in our current military force.
One tool the military has in times like these are big cash bonuses. These bonuses usually apply to certain understaffed jobs and also have stipulations such as finishing training to be fully paid out. The Army is offering $40,000 for Special Forces candidates, and the Navy is offering bonuses that can range up to over
$100,000 for eligible veterans to sign up. Keeping troops in who are looking to exit the service is another way to bolster numbers. The Marines have recently had some success in convincing people to stay in. A major hang-up to recruiting more new soldiers are the fitness and academic requirements.
So on Saturday, of course, it's Summerfest. So for Summerfest, SZA was in the building. She performed, even though it was raining and it was storming, and I believe it was prolonged at least like an hour or something like that, maybe longer, to be honest with you. SZA did perform. Everybody said she put on a great show at Summerfest at the amphitheater, the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, to be exact. But she had a very
over time we're going to have to target the expectations of our service members based on the kinds of jobs they're doing.
Yes, the ex-Mrs. West. Okay, she was in the building and she brought Northwest
Military
as well.
has found
So
itself
Northwest
getting
and
dragged
Kim K were both
into domestic
in Milwaukee
politics
for SZA's
more
concert
than in the
at the
past, and
amphitheater,
in new
which
ways.
is crazy to me. It's like, okay, what's Kim K doing here? Now, I've heard from a couple people saying that, well, the show here in Milwaukee was SZA's last, I guess, concert date on her tour, so maybe that's why she wanted to come to make sure North was able to see her.
Those that tend to be interested come from southern states where we have a lot of installations.
Maybe she's just friends.
And
maybe
from families
Milwaukee has some type of something brewing with Kim K in the future, you know, because it was just a packed day. So maybe they're like, hey, we need Kim K here. Kim K, can you come? Who knows? I don't know.
We're entering a space where more people on the right and more people on the left have more bones to pick with the military and the kind of life that they're going to have to live there.
No, there's this perception about the military is going woke, and there are all these cultural wars inside the military. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much of that actually trickles down to that young 18-year-old recruit from Middle America who's trying to decide what he or she wants to do to improve themselves in their future.
The state-by-state fight over abortion rights could also become a factor. Military personnel stationed in one state could have access to abortion rights while others may not.
There's potential that you'll have some folks who are hesitant to join because they don't know if they're going to get sent somewhere where they don't have access to health care that they believe is a human right.
Entire nation. So if she's ever to come back and figure out who she needs to figure out to release next, she might be scoping out Milwaukee to do that in, right? Like, you're like, you know what, this is the most incarcerated place in all of America. If I come here to Milwaukee and release so many different incarcerated individuals, that will help progress what I'm trying to do with Americans.
For the people that could be a possibility. I like your outlook on it. You know, that could be a reason why.
You know, it could also be she just wanted to see Bremer's Unfinished Legacy shirt on Sister that Saturday. But I'm just saying, I was really thinking, because a lot of times, like, we just a lot of times take things for surface level, you know, and we don't look at behind what really could be going on. Again, I think it's either that or it's, you know, she's scoping out a new basketball player that she wants to hump on. So
I mean, maybe, you never know.
Health factors have always been a reason for the shrinking pool of recruits, but new factors are exacerbating the crisis.
The thing is, and North was in Milwaukee. She was with her friends. I saw the video of her. Now I know a lot of people got it confused because there was another woman that was standing next to Kim as she was walking in. Everybody said that was Northwest. That was not Northwest. That was somebody completely different. I mean, Northwest don't even look like that lady. But North was more so in the front. I believe with her friends, she had her phone out, you know, having a good time. North been living her best life.
Military Health System Genesis is a new computer system that connects a variety of healthcare record systems together, allowing a recruiter to see a candidate's health background during
and I love that for her. But yeah, a lot of people were in the city. Like you said, Unfinished Legacy was wearing, or SZA was wearing Unfinished Legacy, which is dope. But other people were in the building too. So Ludacris was here, as you guys know. T.I. was here as well, because he actually did get to perform at Tacos and Tequilas Festival. And there were other people on that roster as well. I don't have it up in front of me, so I don't know everybody who performed, because that rain really did mess up a lot of stuff. But somebody else was in the city. You remember Jay Holiday?
The Army can see those.
He was here too on Saturday. He performed at the Link.
He's part of that process.
Yeah.
And so,
every time I hear that song, I think of that episode on the game.
To omit
but yeah, Jay Holiday was in the building too. So it was just a whole lot of stuff going on Saturday. But I love to see it. You know, Milwaukee's in a great place.
The Defense Department is the largest
right now. A lot of people are noticing us and seeing what's going on, how we pop in and things like that. So I really
specific choices on a case-by-case basis.
I really love that for the city.
Yeah, it's really a good look. And again, it just goes to say that Milwaukee is definitely on the come up for all these different celebrities to be coming here again. I mean, even for Ludacris to pop out with Steve the
Put it on the Army in particular to look at whether or not that should disqualify. If you had ADHD as a child, but no longer have ADHD, why should that be a disqualifying factor? If you had asthma as a young child but don't have it now, so I do think that there needs to be a complete reboot of the recruitment evaluation.
The stakes are really real for some of these medical standards. And when it comes to other ones related to mental health, there's very real concerns about whether the military is the right environment for
in their establishment doing that type of stuff. Because, you know, Steve tried there before and they were trying to kick him out.
You know what? At this point, can we just, it's fair to say Elsa's is uncultured.
You can have 50% of your ranks filled with perfect soldiers from a medical perspective, or 100% of the ranks filled with people who are either perfect in the eyes of the medical standards or otherwise are able to pull it together and do their job.
My weekend was pretty good. It was solid.
You've got to go with
Saturday. What did I do? I sat back and just chilled most on Saturday. Regained my energy.
The COVID vaccine is one point of controversy that is not going away among the armed forces.
This was a unique scenario in terms of its timeline development and testing, as you know. And so that's where certain numbers are pushing back.
But ultimately, policymakers and our military leadership have a responsibility to ensure we have a force that is ready to fight if needed. And this means a healthy force. So if at the time, policymakers thought a vaccine was required to keep the force healthy, then it should have been instituted. But, as I said, things continuously change and have to be reevaluated.
Regardless of how you consider it as a health policy decision, the fact of the matter is that around a third of Americans between the ages of 18 and 40, so kind of that prime demographic that the military needs to reach, about a third of them aren't fully vaccinated, which means they're completely off the table from the start.
Having the COVID vaccine is going to prevent you from getting COVID, but it's also going to prevent you from spreading it.
Tasty for somebody who just eats regular items that you get from
Teddy
McDonald's.
Roosevelt had over 600 cases, and one service member actually died. So I just don't think that argument carries a lot of weight.
Another component that is factoring into the Pentagon's subpar military recruitment is morale, and if there's even motivation to serve.
Now, Americans' faith and trust in all institutions are declining, from police to Supreme Court to church and organized religion, but the numbers show that for the U.S. military in particular, it's nothing short of a collapse in the last 3 years. It's very specific.
I think it's important to differentiate between decisions taken by policymakers and the professionalism and conduct of the U.S. Armed Forces.
We had such a great time down there at Vegandale because, again, it was nothing but black people down there. And in my honest opinion, I'm over here like, dog. Like, I thought that there were, I thought it was going to be diverse. I thought there was going to be so many different people down here eating at Vegandale because of how they promoted it. But no, it was a sea of black folks down there in Chicago.
Wait, you thought they weren't going to be black people down there?
I thought it was going to be black people. I thought it was going to be whites and Hispanics.
I mean, they had deep fried watermelon. What did you think?
We consider ourselves
come on now.
We have an obligation to be the most ready when the nation is
deep fried watermelon, I'm gonna go get some of that. Like, what? Well, that's insane to me.
That is crazy to think about.
How do you even do that?
Yeah. No, that's...
Did you try it?
No, I didn't try it. Okay. The line was way too long, and that's what I'm saying. The lines are so packed. Like, the lines are so packed, but everybody had a good time. Everybody was able to keep their peace. There was no shooting involved, which I was so happy about that.
Because, why did you think that?
Well, because you know what, Juice, to be honest with you, and again, some things happened in the city here in Milwaukee that I'm not going to go down into detail of, but when I went down to the Vegandale, there wasn't that much security around. Like, there was literally, they would let you into the check-in.
Yeah.
And they weren't checking bags. They were just making sure that you had a ticket. As long as you had a ticket, you was able to go in. And while I went in, again, it just felt festive, felt like it was going to be a good event. NLE Chopper performed, Fabulous performed, Jadakiss performed, and a few other notable names performed. Yeah. So it was like a nice rap performance on top of all the food we were able to enjoy. So that was just great. But again, even when it came down to like our whole entire weekend, we cannot forget to mention that we went down to Steam and Dream.
Yeah, sometimes I be forgetting because Fridays to me is like a weekday versus like a weekend. But we did head down to Steam and Dream. Shout out to American Family Insurance. Shout out to Yes. Shout out to Renell, Khalif, Q, Maritza, all of the great people who put on Steam and Dream, because we got to do a meet and greet and actually briefly interview Pinky Cole and her husband, Derek Hayes. If you do not know them, well, if you don't know Pinky Cole, she is the owner of Slutty Vegan in ATL, baby. Yeah, and I forgot what what's his Pete Dave's or something like that.
He had some kind of steak sandwiches.
Pete Dave's cheese steaks or something like that.
Cheesesteak sandwiches.
Yeah, he had cheesesteak sandwiches. He's the owner in Atlanta as well. Has lots of locations. He's in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But we got to talk to them. They had a very great conversation with us, talking about entrepreneurship and just family and bringing your friends and family with you to the top, and love and relationships, and how they're able to be these create this empire, this entrepreneurship empire, I guess you could say, together in their marriage. It was actually really, really dope. So shout out to them for even coming through.
Yeah, and honestly, for real, when they actually were speaking to us, it made me really think about Black love. Like, it made me really think about Black love, because his story was, you know what, I was in a relationship for over a decade, still building up my business, going through being disabled, to ultimately, again, own my own business. And then eventually I knew I had to leave that relationship, because that relationship wasn't pushing me forward anymore. It wasn't making me inspired anymore. But when I found Pinky, which again is the owner of Slutty Vegan down in Atlanta, it changed his whole perspective on life. You know, it birthed a whole new life in him. I mean, seriously, because he goes on to say, you know, I ended up having my child with this lady, you know, and my child came out looking just like my father, and my father had died, you know, so that resonated with him. And then even on Pinky Cole's end, when she talks about, you know, again, when it comes down to women, and sometimes, you know, women get misdiagnosed with things, or sometimes I just believe that just wasn't the right person for you. But she was diagnosed with fibroids on her ovaries, so she just was like, you know what, I'm gonna go up and be just the beautiful auntie. I'm gonna be the rich auntie. You know, that's how I'm gonna actually live my life. That's what she truly believed, that God had put in her soul and her heart and spirit. Like, hey, this is the life I'm gonna live. I can't do nothing about me having fibroids on my ovaries, right? But in turn, when she actually found a mate that was suitable for her, she was able to have a kid within less than 3 months. So, you know, multiple kids. And sometimes those be misnumbers, because I can't lie to y'all, Truth Nation. I've actually met women in my lifetime where, you know, very close to me, they believe those same things. Like, hey, you know, I got fibroids. They're going to the doctor every other month, trying to make certain that, like, whatever fibroids are still on their ovaries are getting knocked off so they can possibly have children. But for one woman that I knew that was in a relationship with a friend of mine, she was not able to have children with my friend whatsoever. However, once they ended up breaking up, 3 months down the road, she ends up pregnant by this other gentleman, and now she has 3 different children with this new lover of hers. So, you know, again, when I talk about misdiagnoses and from the hospitals when it comes down to Black women, it happens to a large portion of Black women.
No, it definitely does. So that was really great. I'm so glad she was able to be vulnerable to, like, even just speak on it briefly. I know she's spoken about it before on, like, other interviews and things like that, but for her to open up to us, that was really, really dope. So shout out to them. And real quick, lastly, before we get to something juicy on the other side, I want to tell y'all about my weekend real quick. I was out with the OGs. Okay, shout out to Mike T, who retired. He had, like, a bunch of different events, of retirement party events, and we was at 502 kicking it. He had a barbecue. It was, like, really, really fun. Y'all know I be hanging with the OGs sometimes.
Who is this for people who don't know?
He's a police officer, but he retired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
If y'all know Mike T.
You're the feds now. You're the feds.
But that was really dope. But one thing I also did do was see Inside Out 2.
Oh,
and
for real?
I am so excited that I got to see Inside Out 2. Okay, listen, y'all. I recommend that movie to anyone, not just children. I'm going to repeat that. You do not only have to go see Inside Out 2 with children, because Corey and I we saw Inside Out 2 early, okay, on a weekend, because we learned from last time not to go on those $6 Tuesday at like 9 o'clock. That is not what we gonna do. That is another life hack. Go to the movies earlier for the matinee times. But anyway, I love this movie so much. Like, when we interviewed LaRussell and he said one of his favorite movies was Inside Out, and I haven't seen the first Inside Out, I'm like, okay, I have to see Inside Out too, because they really help depict how it is in our bodies and our emotions, and what our emotions do, and how our emotions work together. And it's just so good. I don't want to give too much away. If you guys have already seen some clips up on social media, people giving their takeaways of it, but I would 100% recommend it. Especially if you're somebody who might be thinking about going to, like, therapy and things like that. I think this might actually help you push you forward to actually take that step to take the therapy, or even just look at how you view your emotions and your mental health all together. So it's a very great movie. I'm so glad it came out. Go see Inside Out 2.
What was your biggest takeaway?
Do I want to spoil? I mean,
you're not spoiling nothing. You're just talking to the people. What was your biggest takeaway?
I mean, but I guess my takeaway is kind of like a spoiler of the movie. So.
Well, did you learn something about yourself while you watched the movie?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you learn?
That you need all your emotions.
Oh my God. I thought we'd go somewhere deep. Like, can we have a deep conversation, go in depth?
I mean,
Did you learn about your ADHD? Did you learn about depression? Did you learn about anxiety?
Yeah, but anxiety is a big one in there. Okay. So I guess what I'm saying is
let's unpack.
I guess what I'm saying is you need... but that's different because I want people to see it first so they can have their own stuff. But anyway... What I really took away from it was the fact that you need to have all your emotions. Like, you can't just want to be happy all the time. You can't want to be sad all the time. Like, you have to have a balance of all your emotions. Like, that's literally what I said. You have to have a balance of all your emotions.
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't say nothing much different then.
That's what I'm talking about. Unpack.
You're annoying to me. That wasn't even unpacking nothing. But anyway, y'all, that was something juicy that happened over our weekend. But there are some more headlines that I saw on the social medias that I want to get into when we return. On the other side, I got to tell y'all something juicy. Okay, so keep it locked here, y'all. It's Jammin' with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered with front row access passes to the best concerts at Summerfest this year.
Tune in to all your favorite Truth shows every day so you do not miss your chance to win tickets and wristbands to see artists like SZA, Bryson Tiller, Lil Uzi Vert, En Vogue, K-Camp, and so many more.
Don't miss your chance to see these artists up close and personal during Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance.
Get ready for an event like no other. Join us for a powerful conversation featuring special guest Senator Ron Johnson, hosted by the captivating radio host Tori Lowe, with music by
DJ Brother Z. Can you play that song for me?
From impactful discussions on pressing issues to electrifying beats that'll keep you moving, this event promises to be unforgettable. With Senator Johnson's insights, Tori Lowe's passion for community advocacy, and DJ Brother Z's killer tunes, this is more than just an event, it's an experience. Don't miss out. Join us Wednesday, June 26th at 6 p.m. at 275 West Wisconsin Avenue, Venue 3. Free food while it lasts. The Republican Party of Wisconsin paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.wisgop.org.
One call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices. And I was at Summerfest this weekend, and guess who was there? Gruber Law Offices. I talked about last week. Where was it at? Juneteenth. And who was there? Gruber Law Offices. Gruber Law Offices is consistently in the community because not only do they stand up for victims, but they also support things going on in our community. So when you're looking for a law firm after you or a loved one is injured in an accident, make sure you contact the law firm that you see everywhere supporting the community, and the energy they put into the community, they will put in for you to fight against insurance companies. I'm telling you this right now. Reckless driving is off the charts. I don't want you or anyone you know to get injured in an accident. But what is nice to know is that you can call Gruber Law Offices at 414-276-6666, and they will truly take care of you. I'm telling you, do not fight with the insurance companies. Do not let a situation like this get in your way. Call Gruber Law Offices today at 414-276-6666. It's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices, or visit them at gruber-law.com.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come escape to Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy stunning lakeside views, on-site golf, award-winning spa, and numerous dining options, including 1878 on the lake. Dive into the pools, explore water sports, or relax by the lakeside fire pits. Experience Lake Lawn Resort's newly renovated guest rooms, part of a multi-million-dollar upgrade for ultimate comfort and luxury. Whether it's a romantic getaway, family vacation, or corporate retreat, Lake Lawn Resort has it all. Book your stay at Lake Lawn Resort today and discover the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Keep it going. Yeah, Ben, keep it going. You gotta say something. Come on.
We jamming with juice. Y'all know what the proof. Y'all know what it is. We up in the booth. We up in the booth because we got with the juice. You know what it is. Y'all jamming with juice.
Welcome back, y'all. Like he said, it's Jam with Juice, and welcome back. And we are live from the American Family Insurance Studios at the Avenue. We just gave our weekend recaps, y'all. I had a whole lot of fun. Saw Inside Out 2. Summerfest was popping. SZA was popping. Kim K, Luda, Steven Stoner, T.I., Jay Holiday. I got sunburnt. But it's all good, y'all. Because now I'm going to get into something juicy. Right. Okay? Something juicy headlines. Or they weren't even really that big of headlines. But there were things that made me go, that's interesante. Interesante. You know what that means?
That's Spanish, right?
For what?
Interesting.
Ooh, that boy know his Spanish. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. Y'all know what it is, man.
All right. Well, first up for my something juicy, y'all. Sha'Carri Richardson qualified for her first Olympic Games. Woo! Okay, this is a really big deal, y'all, because if y'all remember back in, 2021, I believe, she was about to do this exact same thing to qualify for the Olympics, but they found some THC in the system. So they was like, girl, you can't go to the Olympics. You gotta get your head right. You gotta get your mind right. You gotta da-da-da-da-da-da. Even though I think that's a bogus reason. I mean, rules are rules, so don't get me wrong there, but I think that's a dumb rule. Because THC really don't do much to you that affects your running capabilities. You know what I'm saying? It's not crack, it's not steroids.
And if she was out there on crack, she would have done that thing in less than 4 seconds.
Exactly. So over the weekend, she qualified for her first Olympic Games after winning the 100-meter final on Saturday at the Olympic trials at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. Okay, she finished in first place with a time of 10.71, the fastest time in the 100-meter in the world this year. Okay, and so she is going to be going to Paris. And I think this is just a story of, what do you call this? Like, perseverance, Right. This is that's what it is. Redemption. That is a perfect word for it. It is her redemption year. It is her I am disciplined year. I came back and showed y'all because, like Kendrick say, sometimes you got to pop out and show them. And she definitely did that. So I am rooting for you, Miss Sha'Carri Richardson.
Do you prefer Sha'Carri Richardson with the lace frontal or the braids?
Whatever she feels comfortable in. Okay. Because I am not someone who's going to control her hairstyles.
Okay.
What do you prefer, Benjamin?
I actually prefer the braids. I prefer the braids because, and this is really, it's not about like her style or anything. It's more so about like if you're really trying to be the best that you could be. I know for a fact that her lace frontal is weighing her down. Okay, I know that.
What?
Yeah, because the thing is aerodynamics. It's aerodynamics that's happening in this situation, right? As she's running the fastest she possibly can run, that lace frontal is creating drag.
But she's won a lot in with the wig on, Ben.
She could do better without the wig on. Okay,
it's not that much heavier on the head. Have you ever worn a wig before? Have you ever had a glued down wig before, Benjamin? How would you know?
What I'm saying is, the more weight you put on yourself, the slower you're gonna run,
bro.
Right? This is aerodynamics. This is one of the
reasons. That's like saying she should take her nails off because that's having too much aerodynamics.
Honestly, be honest with you, the nails are probably helping cut through the air. I'm just saying. again, the nails probably help ripping through the wind. But in regards to her actually, again, being able to just run a straight line as fast as she possibly can, she probably needs to take the wig off. Again, that's one of the reasons why they even thought Michael Jordan was able to fly like he could, because he was bald. So... And if you do swimming, that's another reason why swimmers a lot of times don't have a lot of hair either, because they know while they're swimming that creates drag as well.
That's black girl magic is real, bro, because she could do it with or without it. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that, because she won it with the wig on. So what are you saying?
Truth Nation, what do y'all want? She carry with the wig or with the braids? What? Call in right now.
What is it? The braids?
1017. What somebody says on our YouTube chat right now? Not the wig holding her back. Laugh out loud. I can't. And I don't know how she does it, but she does. But I'm just saying, if she just had the braids,
because she don't listen to you. What are you saying? She just won breaking records. Now she's going to the Olympics.
Even more. She could have broke the record even more. She could have pushed.
She didn't need to. She didn't need to. You know what you need? You know what you need? Glasses. And you ain't getting your glasses. You straining your eyes, and you don't want to get no glasses, but you want to tell her to take off a wig to win.
Well, that's why you need a sunscreen.
I did need some sun. Yeah. No, I did put my sunscreen on, but I had to keep applying it, and I didn't apply it enough times because that heat was beating me up in Juneteenth. Anyway, we got
SPF 50.
We lucky got Al on the line. Should we take him? 833-212-1017.
69 guy.
Al, what is popping, you juicy jammer?
Well, I wanted to share this hot topic with you here in Milwaukee. They're trying to make the inner city of Milwaukee a big Cabrini Green because, they're taking the old welfare building and making it to a baby project, along with Edison Middle School, which is about to be another low-income house. And let's not forget, we got Long Island right off of Silver Spring, which is nothing but Red Door, Weber Grills, and EBT. So the inner city is going to look like one big project. So I wanted to share that with you because we have low income popping up all over the inner city of Milwaukee as if all we're good for is church, liquor, and low income where we're paying 62 cents a month. But I own my house, so I don't pay nobody. But I just wanted to share that hot topic with you.
Thank you for letting everybody know. But hold on real quick.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that because people definitely need to do more research.
Whoa.
Okay.
You didn't even cover your mouth.
I didn't even cover my microphone. I wanted people to hear that because that's how transparent I am. All right. But with that being said, I definitely wish I could have actually asked Al, do they want Sha'Carri with the wig on or with the wig off? All right. Do you want Sha'Carri with the braids or with the wig? Because ultimately we talk about this each and every day about materialism and how materials run our world, run our universe. But we got one of the world's most leading athletes wearing a wig. Why can't she wear her natural hair?
Bro, she has before. She has done both. Like, why do y'all always want to? And I know you're doing this on purpose to rile me up because I know you. And I shouldn't even let you win this battle right now.
I mean, you keeping it juicy though, right?
I am keeping it juicy, but you got me juiced right now because that's a new one, ain't it?
You got me juiced. You got me juiced right now.
No, you got me juiced. I'm speaking facts right now. You got me juiced because y'all stay trying to control black women with what they need to do or what they don't need to do. Like, if the girl want to wear her natural hair, she could wear her natural hair. If she want to wear the braids, she could wear the braids. If she want to wear a wig down to her toes, she can do that. Like, same with Angel Reese. If she want to go to the club the night before she got a game and go to an award show, but the night before she got a game and she go kick booty in that game the next day, let her do that because black women, we can do that. We can do everything. Like, y'all just jealous. Anyway, going on to my next topic.
Well, I just want to hit a few YouTubers because they're hitting us up. And because right now, Truth Nation, Ben Jammin wants to know, do y'all want to see Sha'Carri with the wig?
Why are y'all entertaining this man?
Without the wig, okay? Do you want her with the braids or do you want her with the wig on, with the lace frontal, weighing about 10 pounds, okay? But what she goes on, what people go on to say in the YouTube chat is, look, Christian Mueller says, you know what, definitely without the wig. He don't want to see it with no wig. If we out here promoting, we're out here promoting that we're supposed to love ourselves, what you need the wig for? The wig not even black people hair. The wig more than likely came from Indian people, from the Middle East. All right, now I ain't even gonna tell y'all why the reasons they give us that hair, but they donating and people put it on a lace from a wig, and then somebody out there goes and spends $500 to get it installed. What? Like, come on now. We can do better with our money. And then Brian goes in and say, look, I actually prefer her with no wig. I actually prefer her in her birthday suit. All right, so if he's attracted to that track star, then so be it. All right, but all I'm saying is, you want the wig or you want the braids? That's just my take. I prefer the braids, though. What is it, the braids?
I prefer her to wear whatever she want to wear to win the game, okay? Win the race. And that is exactly what she did. So moving along, because y'all over here talking about birthday suits. Why are y'all doing this to her right now? And then it's you too, because you egging it on.
Congratulations to her. Shout out to
Talk about you want her in her birthday suit.
I didn't say that.
You read it.
I had to read it. This part of my job.
Whatever. Well, part of my job is to get you something juicy, okay? Right. And we moving on to the next one. All right, next thing. Bam. Forever 21 begs their store landlords for rent cuts up to 50% as financial disaster unfolds. They are reportedly struggling to keep up with fast fashion sites. And those fast fashion sites are like Shein. I don't know if it's Shein or Shein. We say it both ways.
It's Shein.
Shein, Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing. Y'all know all the fast fashion sites. Here's my thing. I just feel like some of these stores need to keep up with the times. Like, if you see your competition is doing this, why don't you try to ramp up and start doing the same thing?
It's true.
You know, like, why you just gonna allow this person or this group, this idea to come in and infiltrate what you got going on when you was one of the top cheap clothing stores that we could go to outside of, like, Rainbow, okay? Y'all need to get with the times, because if you saw they was doing fast fashion, y'all need to figure out, okay, this is our competition. This is what they got going on. How can we be better? But no, y'all just sat there, did the same thing, probably ruled by some old people who don't want change. And now look at you. Mm-hmm. You're begging for 50% off your rent in the stores, and y'all can barely keep up, because I read somewhere before that they dang near about to file bankruptcy.
I mean, hey, Truth Nation, the Juicy Jammers, carrying on the juicy. I mean, it's happening everywhere, right? This is what's happening, or it's starting to happen right after the pandemic. You know, everybody went and got that quick money to keep business afloat for the moment. But if you didn't figure out a way to pivot and adjust and adapt to what's going on, you're going to get left in the dust. I mean, you see what's going on with Red Lobster. Folks can't even get the cheddar biscuits no more. They upset. All right. We already saw what happened in years past with the global chains like Sears. Sears is no longer here. Kmart's no longer here anymore. We don't see those stores anymore because they never adapted to the internet. We know what the internet is. It is a big wave, and we need to figure out how to conquer it. So Forever 21, bye. Sounds like you're forever left in the past now.
Soon to come, for sure. Okay, the next one, for something juicy. And this more so is a question that I have for the Juicy Jammers, for Truth Nation. Ben, you can interject as well. But if y'all don't know, there is a newly famous, rising, up-and-coming podcaster. Her name is Bobby... how do you say
Atloff.
Atloff? I want to say Althoff.
No, it's Atloff.
I'll respect her name. I'll respect her name.
Oh, you don't respect the white woman? You don't respect the white woman name?
Bobby Atloff.
Oh, my God.
Bobby Atloff, y'all. Now, this is a white girl who has been doing a lot of different podcasts with famous people like Drake. She's done with Lil Yachty. She has done a podcast with, I believe, Funny Marco. And her thing is like, she's just really awkward. She's like an awkward white girl and makes people uncomfortable, but it's like funny, and she be uncomfortable, but people be laughing. But the black community, for some reason, has like gravitated towards her and has brought her in to the point where rapper YG brought her to his hood in Compton to kind of like show her off. I don't know if they're friends or I don't know what the situation is, but everybody around her was pretty much like, hey, you got to say this, trying to make her say certain gang words. And I'm just like,
you know what it is.
But why are we like this? Like, I feel like sometimes our community can be so accepting of other communities versus our own community. You know, like, you could have these white podcasters or interviewers or whatever, and you bring them into where your home is. You know, you bringing them to the cookout. And I just don't understand why we always feel like we have to bring somebody to the cookout with us just because they, I don't know, are cool. Like, what is her thing? Like, what is making her so famous out here? Like, you've seen her interviews. Do you think she's something to kind of revel at?
I don't think it's that. I think it's just, you know, black people get a kick out of bringing white people to the hood, man.
Why, though?
I don't have the answers for everybody, but what I do know is, you know, sometimes it's a culture shock for them. It's a culture shock.
And so it's funny to see them be culturally shocked, bro.
Yeah, man, because I don't know why, and I don't know why it is, but when you bring a white person who never, ever in their life fooled around with black people, and you see them around in the black culture, either they gon', either they gonna swim or they gonna drown. They either gonna swim or bound to drown, as a famous actor once said. So I don't know why we do those types of things, but we do. And I think when it comes down to like why we got to bring white people to the cookout, I think more so it's you wanting to feel appreciated for what you got. That's what I think.
What do you mean though? Feel appreciated for what you have?
Appreciated for your culture, and you kind of want that validation. That's what I think.
Okay, so we feel as though, or are you speaking for yourself?
I'm not speaking for myself.
Oh,
I'm speaking for the things that I've witnessed out there.
Okay, so for the things that you've witnessed.
When I've ever brought a white person to the hood, it was always because it was actually genuinely my friend,
right?
Not somebody that I'm coming to bring around like there's some kind of attraction.
Yeah, like a pet or something. It's like, oh, look at my white person that I know.
You want to see my white boy? Y'all want to see my white Negro? Y'all want to see my white Negro?
I don't know. I don't know. Something about that is just very odd to me, that you feel comfortable allowing them to say certain words. Like they're like, you gotta say what's bracket, you gotta say what's bracket, and it's like, y'all, if somebody else from another hood came and said that to y'all would be mad. So why are you letting it be acceptable for her? Like,
I think, and then ultimately it's just funny. Like, it's just funny, man, because really the joke's on her.
I guess the joke is on her. Last but not least, though, and we kind of talked about it briefly already, but the Kendrick Lamar concert at Juneteenth, it was actually really amazing, and I've just seen more stories come out over the weekend about them saying like, man, that photo that Kendrick took at the end is gonna be up in black barbershops, and it's gonna be the new picture up in all the black houses, and I completely agree. But I guess my question is, at this point, why does it seem like everybody's just turning on Drake? Like, just because Kendrick is doing what he do. And that is the conversation that we are going to continue on the other side. Let me know. 833-212-1017. Why do you think everybody is kind of turning their backs to Drake right now? I don't know if I think that that's okay, but we'll get into it. Keep it locked here, y'all. It's Jammin' with Juice.
Jammin' with Juice returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube.
What is at stake for African-American voters in this election?
A great deal is at stake. All the progress we've made is at stake. For example, right now we've lowered health care costs. I've been able to walk in and make sure we forgive student debt for people who are struggling to get to school. We provided billions of dollars to HBCUs to give them a fighting chance. We've changed prescription drug costs by allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices so that people on insulin are paying $35 a month instead of $400 a month. And all prescription drugs can be limited to $2,000 a year, even though cancer drugs are $10,000, $12,000, $14,000. We're strengthening Medicare. Look, we stand up for principles. Our democracy is at stake, in fact. Look what he's doing with Putin and with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Look at him saying, we don't think a country is paying enough for their own defense, then when they get invaded by the Russians or anyone else, that's up to them. We're not going to help. He has a fundamentally different view than the vast majority of Republicans, I might add, in the past, as well as me and the Democratic Party.
To hear more of President Joe Biden's interviews with Sherwin Hughes, visit 1017thetruth.com and find it in the interview podcast tile, or download the 1017 The Truth app today. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Truth Nation, tap into Jammin' with Juice. Yo, I've been jamming with Ben Jammin for a very long time. And now here's your chance to catch Jammin' with Juice live on YouTube. You can also catch a drop of juice on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Welcome back, y'all. I want to tell you guys about my friends at Associated Bank, y'all. Because behind every minority and woman-owned business is a dream. And sometimes growing that dream takes extra funding. The Associated Bank Community Uplift Loan Program is here to turn your business dreams into reality. Apply online and get up to $50,000 in as little as one business day. With competitive rates and more accessible credit score requirements, we're making it easier than ever to fuel your company's growth. Let us uplift your business with the support it deserves. Visit associatedbank.com/uplift to learn more. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Okay, it's Jammin' with Juice, y'all. I'm your girl known Juice, always keeping it juicy. And we are live from the American Family Insurance Studios at the Avenue, talking about Kendrick and Drake right now.
Yes,
because over the weekend, you know, everybody, it was remnants of Kendrick's concert from Wednesday, actually, on Juneteenth. And I'm just a little bit confused at this point, because it seems like a lot of regular consumers, I'm not talking about the industry, but us regular listeners, we're starting to turn on Drake. And I'm trying to understand where all of that is coming from. I mean, is it only coming from this beef with Kendrick? And if so, why is it making people kind of turn their backs, like, oh, I don't like him no more? 833-212-1017 if you have an answer for me. I'm kind of asking Benjamin a little bit, because, you know, he's supposed to be a hip-hop head, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because I think two things can exist at once. Like, I think you can appreciate Kendrick's diss and song, the anthem at this point, for what it is, and you can still like Drake. But I'm seeing more people say this is Drake's funeral, like he's done for, he's not going to be able to come back from this. And I don't get why people are saying that now, just because of the overwhelming response to Kendrick's song. Well, not like us, by the way, I'm talking about.
I mean, to be honest, okay, let's rewind a little bit, do a brief recap. Kendrick Lamar performed They Not Like Us 5 times during Juneteenth at a concert for the West Coast, right? So I told this to somebody, I actually told this to my girl, and I was like, you know what, this is actually a victory lap for Kendrick. Like, he went on to the disses, multiple disses towards Drake, and he went on to actually go ahead and do his victory lap, crowning Kendrick Lamar as the king of the West Coast. As not just the king of the West Coast, the king of hip-hop, all right? Because real bars killed the pop star. That's what we saw. Real bars killed the pop star. Secondly, if we really talk about hip-hop for real, I think what Kendrick went on to go do is actually show people, bro, this is still real rap. These raps that I'm rapping each and every day to my community come from people's real lives. Like, if somebody actually really went out there and died, I'm going to go rap about that, because this is the art that I've seen. Kendrick Lamar goes to diss Drake, and I realize it's not even about Drake. It's not about Aubrey Graham. It's about what Drake represents, all right? When he goes on to tell you, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress, bro, it's because ultimately you never really lived this life that we come from. Like, you've never really, you've lived your whole life with a silver spoon in your mouth. You came from Degrassi, you know, you were a privileged kid. Your uncle was rich. You know, you were privileged. So all these times that you pop up in Atlanta, you know, you run to Atlanta when you need to check balance. What do you say? Let me break it down for you. This the real N-word challenge. You hit up Lil Baby to get your lingo up. Like, you use real black people's real struggles and use it for your own career, so you can maintain the hierarchy in hip hop. You use their actual culture, what they actually really live, and you make dollars from it. That's the one of the things we talk about when we talk about culture vultures, or we talk about, corporate America coming into black communities, seeing what they can take from black communities, and then come out and make a check out of it. Just like I say yo kid on Taco Bell all the time, right? But one of the things I have a beef with Taco Bell is the fact that they came up with the Doritos Loco Taco, which for I come from the streets. All right,
you been
walking tacos my whole damn life.
Right.
And then y'all saw this was actually a thing that was actually happening, popping in the hood, and it was like, oh, let's partner with Doritos, right? So it's one of these corporate ideas that come into play. No buts, because ultimately Drake don't even write his own rhymes. So if you're talking about being a real hip hop head, a real MC,
there's a but.
You really write your own rhymes. You really go and live the things that you rap about. Drake doesn't do those types of things.
Okay.
I just sat back and listened to a whole record where this man took rhymes from Soulja Boy. I remember back in 2008, 2009, where we got hip-hop pioneers, Ice-T talking about Soulja Boy is the death of hip-hop, and then when you listen to Soulja Boy rhymes, it's like, oh my God, these are the worst lyrics ever. But when Drake goes and does it, it's A-OK. And it's just one of these things, again, I understand now why Kendrick Lamar is like, you know what, I had to take Drake out because he needed to wake people up out there and let people know it's real hip-hop out there, it's real MCs out there, and if you really gonna step into this lane of hip-hop and be the hip-hop king or rap king, whatever you want to call yourself, you really need to be about this life or sit on the sidelines. You're not about this, and they not like us, and they not like that, okay?
There is a but, though, and I'll have to get to it when we get back. But before we get back, I'm trying to look at you going off on a tangent.
Well, look, all I'm saying, Milwaukee's biggest party is on the lake, and it already started last week, and it's coming to continue to go on this week. The award-winning 1017 The Truth has the hookup for you, and now is your chance to win wristbands to see Lil Tech live at Summerfest July 5th. Call right now, 833-212-1017, and be caller number 5 right now to win these tickets and wristbands. Call right now, 833-212-1017.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
You know one thing about Biden?
Here you go again.
When he makes a promise, he keeps it.
Okay, like what?
He got us out of the pandemic, got the country back on its feet.
Okay, sure.
And when all that recovery money was getting spent, Biden made sure that black businesses and communities got our fair share.
So, man?
That's a promise made and a promise kept.
Okay, but what else?
New roads, new bridges, high-speed internet, even out in the country where your brother lives.
Yeah.
Lower health insurance rates. Didn't your premiums go down?
Uh-huh.
That's another Biden promise kept.
Looks like it.
My mom's medication costs less. Your cousin's insulin is now only $35.
Okay, but what about jobs, building wealth?
Under Biden, the number of new black small businesses is booming, and black unemployment hit a record low. See? That's another...
Okay, I get it. Promise made, promise kept. I can see that now.
Told you. Biden and Harris are getting the job done for us.
I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Biden for president.
We not the Geek Squad, but we get the problem solved. Computer giving you problems, you need to drop it off. HD surveillance, residential or commercial. PWD computers, call us up and let us know. If you need a custom computer, yeah, we can build it for you. Business brand to help you expand, get more exposure. We offer graphic designs and networking. We keep you connected in the world that's not perfect. PWD Computers, 3800 West Belize Street, 414-445-5793. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5.
It's Summerfest! 600 artists, 3 unforgettable weekends, 1 epic lakefront. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here when back. Shout out to our winner, Cartegena, for tapping in with us and winning these little tickets for July 5th at Summerfest. Make certain that you are tapped into Jammin' with Juice all week long, because we got so many things to give away, all right, including running these fades, all right. If y'all don't know, Kendrick Lamar had a performance on June 19th. Yes, Juneteenth Day, which now people like myself, Ben Jammin, are calling the victory lap for hip-hop, all right? Real hip-hop, not those Canadian Negroes, okay? For hip-hop. And yes, that was a slight towards Drake.
Okay, well, Benjamin gave his reasons to my question as far as why are people, it seems like consumers are turning their backs on Drake since this Not Like Us anthem has come out. And all the things that you said, Ben, we knew all this before Not Like Us came out.
Do we know he was a pedo?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knew that he was liking young girls.
Zach, you knew he was a pedophile?
Yeah.
Everybody knew that he was talking to young girls. He liked to groom young girls.
You
like that? Yes, I've said it before. I have said, like, bro, one day Drake, listen.
I did see him kiss a 17-year-old
Something is going to pop off. Okay, something's going to pop off. So what I'm saying is we all knew all of this before. We knew he was light-skinned before. We knew he had a silver spoon in his mouth. We knew that he was from Canada and grew up decent. We knew he didn't really write all his stuff 100% of the time. Like, we knew all of this stuff. So that's my question is, it seems like it's a lot of bandwagon people who are just jumping on it to say, like, oh yeah, Drake, he's about to die, this is his funeral, because they hopping on this wave of this anthem that Kendrick put out. And, like, don't get me wrong, I love the song. I have yet to, I kind of got irritated with it a little bit, but now Juneteenth happened and he made me like it all over again. And he's coming out with a music video. Yep. So it's just going to keep on going. So I guess that's just my point. It's like, okay, yes, we knew all of that already. So why all of a sudden now is it a problem? That's my thing. Why is it a problem now?
Because sometimes it takes a prophet to wake the people back up and let them know what it really is. You know, again, Drake is light-skinned, and I ain't nothing against my light-skinned brethren, but again, he's not American, so he does not experience the American life that we
y'all
do
knew all that, though. Y'all some bandwagoners. I ain't even gonna lie.
Freaky-ass Negroes need to stay their ass inside.
You freaky. You said you had your shirt off at in Vegas.
Well, at least I wasn't at the butt-naked bike race.
You should have been there, Ben. We could have got some great pictures. I wonder if Al went. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tapping in with us today, all you juicy jammers on the chat and everybody who called in. We are going to do this thing again mañana. Keep it locked, y'all. The Tori Lowe Show is up next.
The Truth Family Fest is back. If you're looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business,